welcome to another edition of FLX Weekly here at FingerLakes1.com. We are live in our brand new studio today. It is September 28th, 2022, and I am joined by Jim Sinicropi, Felecia Dombrowski, and Katherine Chase of the Cayuga Lake Wine Trail. We have not done a show since you were here last, but we are starting out in this brand new studio. We're super excited to talk about everything we have going on today. Today's show is brought to you by Lincoln Hill Farm. This October they have something spooktacular going on.
Spooktacular, right?
Spooktacular. They're going to have a Halloween experience, and it is going to be called Halloween Fest every Friday and Saturday night. It starts with a family fun night on Fridays. You can get discounted tickets, food and bar specials. You can get $3 pumpkins, which is perfect if you're trying to decorate your house right now. And then on Saturdays, they have live music starting off October 1st with the Sky Coasters. They have details for the full music lineup, tickets, everything you need to know about their Halloween Fest at LincolnHillFarm.com. Guys, this is weird.
Yeah, we had to do the first show in here with Katherine. That's why we held off. Right?
Yeah, we held off because I know we missed it just by a hair with your 3-year anniversary. So we were like, let's just not do a show at all until Katherine Chase comes back.
You guys are so polite.
Yeah.
And this is a good one.
Yeah, this is a good one. We're really excited. You're going to show us not all wine this time. You're going to take us through the process.
It's September. September is harvest.
Okay.
And so I don't have all wine in front of us. I kind of have the evolution of wine, I guess we can call it. We have grape, we have juice, we have wine.
Okay, yeah, perfect.
So let's dig in, I guess.
I know, right?
I'm still
First quick question is is the harvest done?
Absolutely not.
So they're still out there
They're
harvesting
still out
in the
there.
rain?
It's been a wet harvest.
Yeah.
It was a dry summer. It's a wet harvest. It's wet right now. It's not.
Not ideal.
It's not ideal.
For rain late.
No, it causes the grapes to split. Same as your tomatoes in your garden. It makes the fruit split.
Yeah.
But they do what they have to do.
Everybody does the best they can.
They do the best they can. Yeah. So it's only been a few weeks with harvest. They still have more time to go. And as I've told you before, the longer the grapes are on the vine, the sweeter they are. So the drier wines are picked first. They taste them every day to see if they're ready or not. So they're out there, with their muck boots, their raincoats, they're out there.
Yeah.
It literally has not stopped.
It literally has not stopped. I was just out there picking one of these grapes. She was like, I was hoping for a sunny day. And I'm like, just stop hoping.
Yeah, literally.
It's easier to keep it low. So we're going to still go dry to sweet with our tasting. So in front of us, we have juice and wine. So the first one, we're trying Pinot Noir.
Okay.
So
I'm
to
sure
the
Jim's
left
happy about
is the actual Pinot Noir, but sorry, try the right one first.
Okay.
Wait,
This
so
one
juice first.
is the actual, it's juice, but it's fermented, but it's not
Fermented juice.
100% wine.
Should we toast to the new studio?
Yes,
Sure.
you make the toast. Cheers.
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 So this is Pinot Noir. It's, as you know, a red wine grape. It's not 100%, it's about 90% fermented. So as you know, red wine is made by the skin contact. That's how the color is. That's where you get the flavor, that's where you get the texture.
I don't like that.
You're not supposed to like it. So this is an educational tasting on this
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
So this isn't ready. So the next tasting will be what it will taste like when it's ready.
So
That's
this
crazy.
is the grapes are pressed and so at what stage exactly is this?
They're telling me it's 90%. So they picked it last Tuesday. It has been fermenting since last Tuesday, so it has about however many more days, is 10% left to go before they will deem it ready to bottle.
And then,
Okay.
Or
Let me try it
oak
again.
age.
so it's a lot of it will go into different types of vessels
Yes.
to age. So, but this is so far away from what the final product will be,
Yes.
so that final 10%, a lot must happen, right?
There'll be a lot happening. Because you're going to like your next sample. But this one, I talked to him, he's like, it's not going to taste good.
Yeah.
I'm like, but will it be
that's the point.
educational?
Not
He's like,
horrible.
absolutely.
It's just a little sour.
Tart?
You know what I mean? That's
So,
like
yeah.
a sour,
Yeah, so it's,
Sour Patch Kid. before
there's
it's
such a
sweet.
difference. And unfortunately, I don't have the grape for us to taste.
But this
so
is
this
the
is from
Thirsty
Thirsty Owl.
Owl.
Yep.
Okay.
2021.
Yep, 2021. So this, what we're tasting, the first one was the 2022 vintage.
Smell the difference. It's crazy.
I know.
Yeah, it tastes
Ooh.
yeasty, or smells yeasty, bready.
Yeah, it's such a bread and butter. Like, why is that? I know we've had that
Oh
term
yeah, that is
before.
not good. You're not supposed to like it.
Oh, you tried the you just tried the juice.
Now
Yeah, I'm
this
just trying
one
it. I
is
get to
way
do-
more better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way more better.
Way more better. Let's see.
So,
So a
light,
lot
fresh
is definitely
Pinot.
going to happen
Oh
in
my
that last
God.
That's
10%.
crazy, the difference, just 10%.
10% difference
Yep.
makes me want to chug this.
So the
So are these
fermentation-
the Pinot grapes?
Those are the Pinot Gris grapes that we'll get to
Oh,
next.
okay. Even
But-
though they're red, these are
Even though they're
white
red.
wine.
So
Okay.
Pinot Gris
Russian
is
it.
believed to be a mutant clone of Pinot Noir.
Whoa, that's a fun fact.
Yeah, so even though Pinot Gris is a white wine, it's still a red grape. So it would look very similar. Yeah.
This
I'm gonna
is
try and remember that one so I can do like random fun
Like a
facts.
trivia.
very
Yeah.
clean and crisp.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pinot.
this is really good.
Yep.
Love that.
Much
Okay.
different than just the
Yeah.
fermented juice, we
Yeah.
could call it.
Yeah, very
Yep.
much. That
So
was great.
I put these backwards, I guess. So we'll start with the juice. then end with the
Okay.
wine.
Okay.
Okay.
What's
It's all right.
So
We're
the next
going with
one
the
is
juice.
Pinot Gris. So we do have the grapes. So we have the full cluster here.
It's so
They gave
pretty.
me the full clusters.
Tell
I
me it
love
doesn't look exactly
Try
like
to
the
hold that
fake
up.
grapes that people decorate
Right,
with
it
all
does.
the time.
You won't find these in the grocery store.
You will not find these in the grocery store. So
Really?
wine grapes have seeds in them.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, guys, just season.
And sometimes they're very large seeds, almost like pits. So
Okay.
definitely take some off
Okay.
and try them.
But I love these types of grapes so
I
much
do
more
too.
than like a grocery store grape.
Me too.
Some aren't good. Some
Right.
will not taste good.
What
But
these
they
ones
don't
are?
taste like what you will drink in the bottle either.
No, absolutely not.
No.
But these are like, Naples Grape Festival last weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and tons of grape pies. That's the type of grape taste that I really like. And yeah, these are great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like these.
And really compact.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a very tight cluster, which is one of the reasons it's picked early because, a lot can get in the bunch.
Yeah.
If
In
it
terms
gets
of mold
too
and-
wet,
yeah.
bugs and all
Gross.
that.
I'll still eat them.
Yep.
Oh wow, yeah, lots of seeds.
So this juice was just pressed yesterday.
Oh, wow.
So this is not fermented. This is actual just grape juice. It hasn't had time to ferment.
Which one is it? The darker?
The darker one.
Yeah,
that
like
has
the
more-
cloudier one.
The more of the
We're doing the
This is
switcheroo.
Pinot Gris,
Pinot Gris,
freshly pressed.
freshly pressed
not fermented.
yesterday, not fermented.
Smells weird.
Yep. So once they're picked, so a white wine, obviously, when you make white wine, they destem it, take it from the skins, so there's no contact with the skins. They free it from, they call it mog, which is material other than grapes.
Right.
This is
Yeah.
delicious.
They get rid of everything.
Yeah,
This is
Yeah,
great.
so this is just going to be,
You can find this at your breakfast
Juice.
buffet, right?
Should they sell this? I feel like they could have a market on just selling this juice.
this is good because it's not like super sweet like a Concord
yeah,
Yeah.
would be.
it's
or
delicious.
Welch's. Yeah.
And there's no alcohol in this, right?
No,
Not yet until it ferments.
hasn't fermented yet at all.
Yeah, well,
You could add a bubbly to it.
yeah, you could. You could add a lot
Yeah.
to
My
this.
new drink has grape juice in it. It's ginger ale, Tito's, well, any kind of vodka, and grape juice, and this would be amazing in it.
Yeah,
It's like an infusion you're talking
Transfusion.
about? Transfusion.
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 But this one wouldn't turn out, it would be a Pinot Gris transfusion.
even better,
Even better.
honestly.
So when you switch over to the final product, Pinot Gris, this is crisp, fruity, floral, has aromas of lemon, honeydew,
And this is
melon,
from Montezuma,
pear. Yep, from
2021
Montezuma.
Pinot Gris.
That's a
Yep.
pretty bottle. I like the little
Flavors
picture.
of yellow grapefruit, nectarine, pear, 0% residual sugar. And so it's interesting, Pinot
Really
Gris
light.
and Pinot Noir are so similar, yet they look so different.
Very light.
The juice to the wine is so different to me. It just blows my mind. Like, I don't think
It's so much drier.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't taste the resemblance, but I do at the same time.
Yeah, so just to kind of make this clear.
Make it clear.
The grapes are picked,
Yep.
right? And then they're pressed,
Then
and
they're
you get the
pressed.
juice. And then they go into, what type of vessel you think this Pinot Gris is going into? Just like
A steel
stainless
tank.
steel?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it
no
will
oaky.
ferment for, everyone's
However
a little
long
different,
it
right?
takes until it meets the residual sugar the winemaker wants it to be.
And then it either goes directly to be bottled or into another vessel, whether it be oak or
Yeah,
to
it
age.
could need to wait until the previous vintage sells out. Sometimes it has to be in a holding cell, we could call it, to await its time.
It's delicious.
So I was at Montezuma before I got here, and we met Phil. I think he was on at the end of
Yep.
last year. I can't remember when he came on. And so he was showing me a little secret that they had. They had just crushed the Pinot Gris grapes yesterday, and they are going to turn some into red wine.
Oh,
So they're gonna, because these are, from all that you can see, a red grape.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're going to make some red Pinot Gris.
Now to do that, do they need to like include the skins to
Yeah.
create that? That's how they
So
would do it.
he lifted the lid off a bin, and they had some crushed Pinot Gris grapes just hanging out.
So does that becomes red Pinot Gris and not Pinot Noir?
Yeah,
that's so confusing.
it a little confusing. It's part of their velour series.
Yeah, of course.
And
One
they,
of the cool things about Montezuma, though, and we enjoyed the episode with the winemaker
Yeah.
there, is that he is experimental. He wants
Yeah.
to
Very
try
much
different
so.
things, and
Very
with so
much
many
so.
people try, making the same thing, everybody puts their own touch on it. To really push the envelope and try some different things was pretty cool.
Absolutely.
I really enjoyed that episode.
And he's making it with a wild ferment, where he's using different things. I can't remember. There's sumac and different things to create the yeast with the ferment. So
No
it's
surprise.
a next level creativity.
Of course.
With it.
Hopefully we get to try it.
I saw their post. I'm like, oh, that looks like a really good soup. But it was a picture of what he used to put together his fermentation. Yeah. So.
He's a good one.
Yep,
with
and
the
they give him
experimenting.
that creativity. So
Which is
here we got to
awesome.
try grape juice final product.
Love it.
So the next one from Knapp Winery, we have Vignoles. So we do have the grape, and I just went with her off-roading into the fields to pick these right off the vine.
Minutes before.
Minutes before.
I love that.
With
That's
the
awesome.
assistant winemaker Ham, the little Australian Shepherd in tow.
Aw. Try it.
So Vignoles is a hybrid white grape. It has a hazy origin on who its parents are, so we don't need to get into that.
Got a sharp taste to
It's
it.
very similar to Riesling. It has a thick skin, so it can withstand the cold, so it's really good for late harvest. And so these are actually still on the vine because they are planning to do a late harvest
Because
wine with it.
that's cool.
So these are sweeter than when they picked it to
These are
create
from
this.
Knapp?
These are from Knapp. So they picked these about 10 days ago to create this. But these are still on the vine, so these are going to be sweeter than when they created what we're going to say.
Doesn't it blow your mind how much goes into it? Like every time we get into this, I say the same thing, but it's like,
It's so scientific. I
Yeah.
can barely grasp it all, and it's just second nature to all of these
Well, that's the
guys.
beauty
Right.
of it. The what varietals do best in what region, and the Finger Lakes wine industry now is maturing to the point where we've hit the sweet spot with a lot of these. We know what's
No
good.
pun intended.
The vines are mature, but yeah, this is great.
it was delicious.
So, and this makes this.
Yeah, and so this is fermented. It was picked about 10
We're not
days
gonna
ago.
like this,
I
are we?
don't know about this one.
So she said it's going to be very sweet. It's about 50% ready. So this is
I'm waiting for
kind of a sweeter grape. So she's waiting for it to get less sweet. So as you know, the yeast converts the sugars to alcohol. So the yeast is eating the sugars, so it's going to get less and less sweet. So she's
Grapefruity
testing.
almost.
So she's
Yeah.
testing it daily to see if it gets drier. So she's making a dry
scared.
Vignoles.
So they're obviously tasting this exact thing, and
They
for
pull a
the
little sample out
trained
and test
palate, they know when it's
Right.
Right.
And with a lot of wines, most wines, it's the winemaker's preference.
Sure.
So if you taste something that's very florally, that's their preference. That's how they want it to be, or they want it sweeter, or they want it drier.
The crazy kick it has, Ramley, when it first touches your
Yeah.
tongue. I was like, whoa, what am I getting into?
It tastes better than it smells at
Yeah,
this point.
yes,
It
it definitely
does.
does.
You are
1,000
right.
times better.
You
I was
are
a little
right.
nervous. I'm like, it smells like dirty water. I'm nervous to put this in my mouth right now.
But what a difference in the way it looks.
I know.
I know, it's crazy. I love it.
It doesn't taste awful.
No.
No, it really doesn't.
Absolutely does not.
I thought it was gonna
But-
It
taste.
tastes very pear.
The
Smells
final
very well.
version would be the Dry Vignoles 2021.
Yep, the final version
Knapp.
has apricot, mango, a little bit of allspice, and a velvety
That would make some
mouthfeel.
sense. This one smells delicious.
I'm a dry Vignole fan. It's similar to Riesling, I feel like. It's,
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's
like
it's
a-
good.
fruit forward.
Yep. And when you swallow this one, you can taste kind of what we were tasting with the juice, like that.
I think more
know.
for this one than
Yeah.
the other
Yeah,
one,
there's-
right?
you can tie them together.
Yeah,
Yes.
pretty much we're in a
All three
science
for this
room.
one.
I feel like we're
We
doing
are
the
like-
science experiments right now, and they do this every day. Well,
Oh
which
yeah,
is crazy.
they have labs. They are
Smart
scientists.
people.
Yeah.
That's what I feel. You just see
This
the
is-
wine, but these people are geniuses.
Yeah, it's a real nice label too on this one. It
Yep.
shows the
Yep.
field and the barn. It's pretty cool.
And this is just 3 of hundreds.
How are the new owners in Nap getting on?
Pretty good. They've had dinner service at Nap, which is new for this summer. That's gone really well. They have new events going on, and they're just,
I had a great time when I went there.
Yeah.
And the food was delicious.
oh, absolutely.
How long ago did you go?
Trying to think
Midsummer.
yeah, it was in the summer.
Yeah,
It was
you
during
did a
the golf
lunch,
tournament.
right?
Yeah, I did a lunch. And of course I got the chicken French because that's
You're
my favorite
upset-
meal, and it was delicious.
Oh my God, I love chicken fries.
No.
So
no.
do they have a rotating menu, do you know, or is it like a set
They
menu?
just came out with a fall menu.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Ooh, we'll have to check
Yes,
that out.
that's
You're like,
exactly what I
oh,
was thinking.
It's so close to us, too. We
Yeah.
could
Ernsberger Road.
Yeah.
Grew up on Ernsberger Road.
Cheeseburger Road is what we
Cheeseburger.
actually called it. So out of the three wines that we tried, which ones were your favorite today?
Mine was definitely the last one. I loved it.
I generally would go with the Pinot Noir. Well, I'm not a big white guy, but the Dry Vignoles was really good.
I think I was drinking this middle one. Was it just like a Riesling? I don't remember.
Pinot
what you-
Gris
Oh,
is-
yeah, the Gris.
Pinot Gris is similar to a Riesling.
I was drinking it though like it was water. It was just like so refreshing and so good that I think that was my favorite today.
Yeah, it is a good Pinot Gris.
But surprisingly, I was wondering if I was going to like this one, and I did.
Yeah.
Very much so. Very
They're
much
all
so.
good.
I love that.
But a stressful time for the winemakers across and the winery owners.
This is like what their whole year is, culminates to,
Yeah.
you know?
So
Yeah, that's stress.
this year
it's-
wasn't a fantastic year weather-wise because it was so dry.
Yeah.
And
You-
now it's
And now it's so wet. But that's the beauty of
That's just
wine.
how it works
That's why when the
sometimes.
people talk about this vintage is great, and that like 2017
Yeah.
was probably one of the best vintages in recent memory, and the wine reflects that.
Yeah.
So
Is it
and
supposed
it's
to
based
get any
solely
better?
on the weather.
Did you say that it's supposed to stop raining, or are we gonna
Today's
get hit?
today's Wednesday, and the rain's supposed to clear out by this afternoon, and then we have 5 straight days of no rain.
Oh,
Which will be
snap.
nice.
Yeah.
That'll be good for them too.
Yeah.
I feel like
For the
though
grapes
being
that are still on the vine.
yeah, being in the Finger Lakes, they obviously prepare for this a little bit more than other places that make wine
Yeah.
that don't have to deal with the elements as much.
Well, they all
so.
have to deal with the elements.
Some
Well-
people with fire.
Yeah, I'm saying the hot and cold, I guess, is
Well,
what
the
I would
beauty
go
of the Finger Lakes, and one reason why it is a good wine region, is because of the microclimate. So the lake water will, the vines that are planted so close to the lake have a different
Oh.
microclimate than we might have a little more inland from the
Right.
lakes.
Yeah.
And
He's learning from you.
well, it's just
The whole wine connoisseur.
I know. I
He
love it.
studies the night before.
But it's cool. It's cool, and that's one of the reasons the Finger Lakes is such a great wine region, is
Yeah.
because of those microclimates created by the lakes. And
It's our terroir.
yeah, there you go.
Ooh. Speaking of the Finger Lakes, though, I feel like are already going into fall like full force. Like
Oh, yeah.
it
It
was
always
kind of
is
like
like-
There was no
Yeah.
in between.
No,
it was
there
summer
never
to
is.
fall. Like,
Yeah.
And we might have said the same exact thing last year, honestly, but this year I felt like it hit really hard, and now all of a sudden I'm like, what are all the fall events? What's everything going on? So I'm sure that the wineries are packed already with some great events.
well,
Going
the
into
wineries kind
October.
of trickle off of their events come fall a little bit.
I feel like
actually.
they still always. I feel like there's
There's
always
still
so much going
events.
on.
Like every Thursday night, 6 Mile Creek has their Sunset Music Series. They're the one in Ithaca. Every Friday during the day, Knapp still has their Fries Day, which I know you
Fries
kicker
Day,
for
yeah.
you. This Friday night, they have a special special
Okay.
evening of music. This Saturday, Cayuga Ridge has music. They don't do music often, so that's a special thing. And Sunday, Hosmer has music and mimosas.
So maybe they don't have to do so many events because the scenery and everything is just going to
Yeah.
bring people to the wineries.
Well,
anyway.
The foliage tends to draw.
I love to do wine trailing in the fall.
It's
Not
beautiful.
quite yet, but October, November
Yep.
is my preferred time. It's usually not too hot. You're in a car a lot of the time and going. I love going to the wineries in the summer too, but we always make a point for at least 2 or 3 weekends to hit the wine trails up. And when the foliage hits, it's just unbelievable. It's
Yeah.
one of the most beautiful things
Oh,
you
yeah.
could ever see.
Yeah, we posted something about the fall foliage already, which is always fun to look at.
I think it helped me. Someone called and asked me, when is your peak? And I'm like, well, I don't know that. But I think it was a Finger Lakes One post that had like an estimated date. So I was
Yeah.
like, oh, well, it's such and such.
It'll probably be mid to late October will
Yeah.
be peak for us here in the Finger Lakes. And because of the microclimates, we're usually a little behind
Yes.
the Adirondacks and the rest of the state.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
And that's like peak visitation too. They come to see the foliage. But the grapes are beautiful then too. I love when the red grapes are still on the vines,
late, yeah.
but the leaves start changing, so you have that red grape contrast
That's when you-
against that reddish yellow orange
that's
leaf.
Instagram right there. Get that.
It is gorgeous. It's just one of my favorites.
And you get to do that as a
I'm a
job
sucker
and
for
see
it.
that
I
stuff
know.
all the time, which
And
is
to just
super
see
fun.
it all the time.
Yeah, so we're going into October this weekend already, which is crazy.
Sydney's birthday weekend.
Oh,
This
yeah.
weekend?
Yeah.
Sunday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Jeez.
and when is it? Oh, my birthday's Sunday.
Did you just say, oh, when's my birthday? Like you didn't know.
You
My
know when your
sister's
birthday
birthday
is.
is
Right.
today. No, I don't
Oh,
honestly.
yeah, happy birthday, Brittany.
Yeah, it falls different. So it feels like it's closer. Like I know me and my sister are days apart, but it feels like this year, because it's a Wednesday and a Sunday, it seems closer. Usually it's in like
2 different weeks.
yeah. So I don't know. It'll
But
be
you have
fun.
to spend your birthday footballing probably, right?
No, we're actually gonna go to a pumpkin fest.
It's like their Oktoberfest grist iron. we're
yeah.
going to on
So
Sunday.
we're gonna go there and see what they have going on. You know, really kick it into fall.
Happy birthday. How old are you going to be?
You're younger than the rest of us. I don't
I
know.
know.
I
know,
know.
you're the
I had to think for a minute. I don't care about telling my age. I had to think. I'm gonna be 28.
Oh my.
Oh, wow.
For a solid weekend, I thought I was going to be 27 when people were asking
were
me
just
that
talking
question.
about that.
And I was like, I'm going to be 27. Then they're like, no, you're not. I was
Once
like,
you get past 30, you always forget.
Ah,
how old
it's
you
so
are.
close.
When
just
I
wait.
turned 48, I believe, or no, when I turned 49, no, when I turned 48, for whatever reason, like the whole months and months leading up to it, I thought I was going to be 49.
yeah, it's weird.
And then like 2 days before my birthday, somebody reminded me. They were like, no, you know, you're going to be 48. And I was like, dang, I felt like I gained a whole year because in my mind I thought I was
Right.
going to be 49, but the reality was no. So that was my free year. I did a lot with it in that year.
So I should just tell myself I'm actually going to be a year older until everybody's like, actually, no, you're not. It's weird.
But I
it's
believed
weird.
it.
Yeah,
Like,
I believed it.
Genuinely believe.
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I
easy to
really,
lose
it was
track
blown away
after a
when I
while.
did the
Yeah.
math.
I feel, yeah, like why would you think about your age any other time besides your birthday? So a year gives you a lot of time to forget, I
I
feel
used
like.
to be so excited when it was my birthday, and now
Adult birthdays aren't really that
I celebrate my birthday in full force, whether I'm going to be the 100 or I'm going to be 28. So I will keep that mindset. But it is weird because 27, I randomly felt like I was a little bit like older. Like, oh my God, am I kind of an adult now?
Well, you are.
Ugh.
You're married and you're domesticated.
Yeah, I guess that makes you an
You're
adult.
hosting a show,
Right.
tasting
You
wine.
have a job.
In our new studio.
Yes.
Do you like the new vibes of the
Yeah.
studio so far? Obviously, we're a work in progress, but
Oh, yeah.
this has come a long way, and I think it looks great.
Yep. Shout out to Paul Russo and Nate Sharman co-producing
Woo!
today.
Yes.
They've
They've
done
done
most of the
amazing.
heavy lifting here.
They sure
Yes.
have. So
they have been putting stuff together, setting all the cameras up,
yeah, so it's been fun.
day in and day out.
And then we
Making
were
it
like-
work when it didn't work,
Yeah, and then we're
Yes.
like, let's celebrate with wine. So
Yeah.
again,
and they can't have any.
yeah, yeah. Sorry, you can have some of this juice when we're done.
It's because
off
they're not
camera.
old enough, right?
Yeah, they're super young. But is anybody else doing anything fun and exciting this weekend?
No, I'm a football mom.
That is fun and exciting.
I'm
What do
gonna
you
go to
mean?
Bella's Steakhouse for the first time.
Oh, that's
on
exciting.
5 and
I've heard good
20.
things.
Now
I've
you've
heard
gone,
good
right?
things.
Yep.
And you liked it.
Yeah, it was good.
I still haven't gone yet, but I really do want to go. I'm excited that we're going to Morrow's Table tonight in Auburn for
Okay.
Brittany's
Now I went to
birthday.
Morrow's last weekend or 2 weekends ago,
you
and it's
did?
one of my favorites. And I think I told you guys yesterday that you get to Morrow's and they have like great sushi, great oysters and mussels, and like appetizer stuff. But you look at the entrees and you're like a little underwhelmed. And it happens to me every time I go. I kind of forget. And I look at the entrees, I'm like, oh, geez, there's nothing here that really stands out. But every time I get whatever I get, it's amazing.
So small menu, but
You know that
everything's
you're doing
good.
something right though also if you can do sushi, like it's
Yeah.
not all
Yeah.
Asian cuisine. they can do different things, you know that it's going to be good. So
Yeah, and the
I'm excited
sushi, the desserts are good
to
too.
try
The
it.
bar scene is good, and the vibe of the whole place is
I know they
great
have
in
espresso
Auburn.
martinis, which
So it's
They
perfect for
make
Brittany's birthday.
really good ones
this.
there. But the what were we saying? The menu is small, but like I said, whatever I've ordered, I've always really liked. And the sushi is great because to me, it's the best sushi around since the Kabuki and Skinny Atlas closed. I don't know if anybody remembers Kabuki and
Yes.
Skinny Atlas, but man, that was worth the trip just for next level sushi. And to me, Moro's Table sushi is probably, now that Kabuki's gone, is the best you can get.
Oh man, now I'm gonna have to.
yeah,
I love that. I love that you wrote that down. But all right, so you're not doing anything exciting this
I'm going to
weekend?
Bella's Steakhouse.
Oh,
That's
well, oh
exciting.
yeah. I didn't know if you were doing anything.
She's getting too old to remember.
I am. Oh my God, I didn't know
I'll
if you
play
were doing
golf
anything
on
else.
Sunday morning. Hopefully it'll dry up a little bit by then.
Wow.
A lot of yard work to do. And you
Fun.
haven't been able to get out there. Got to close the pool. Pool's still open.
Oh wow.
Yeah, going to be busy. Syracuse football against Wagner. Was partly thinking about going up to the Dome or the JMA Wireless Dome.
Oh yeah.
But I probably won't
Paul
make
will
it.
probably be
But,
there.
yeah, Paul will be there.
Yeah.
No?
Maybe not. Maybe.
Oh,
he
he's not
won't.
going to go. He has season tickets. He's gone to
I
every
know.
game, but not going to go to this one.
Wow, of
Wagner.
course.
Last time I went there, I saw Elton John.
What?
Oh, yeah, that was a couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Was that
was it
amazing?
amazing?
Obviously.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I wanted to.
That's like bucket
I
list.
obviously had to drop that in there.
Yes,
Yeah.
of
That's
course.
cool.
That's a big one. So you're
Yeah.
you're being football mom all weekend.
Yeah,
That's
just
fun.
on Sunday.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm missing.
He's
one
in
of
third
Liam's
grade,
games.
so it's his first year of tackle.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
It'll only get better. So, anything else that you wanted to tell us about?
A couple weeks ago, I finally dropped tickets for our holiday shopping spree event.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, November 19 and 20, and December 3 and 4. We have Saturday tickets, Sunday tickets, and tickets that are good for Saturday and Sunday. All different pricing levels for each. So go to CayugaWineTrail.com to check it out.
And how many wineries participate? All
12,
of them?
yep.
Okay, 12 of
12
them.
of them are participating,
And
yep.
that means are they already like getting into full force, like putting out Christmas
No.
stuff?
This isn't Walmart we're talking about.
Yeah.
I went back to I was looking for some 7 to spray on our outdoor plants so we can bring them in to get rid of the bugs. And I couldn't find it because all the dang Christmas
There's
ornaments
so
were out.
much Christmas
I was
stuff.
like, what the heck?
Yeah,
like,
we
I
were-
know I just did my Christmas event, but I didn't want to like see all that stuff out in the stores.
Well, it just puts you into that winter depression.
Yeah.
Do you feel like they're doing it sooner and sooner nowadays,
Yeah.
or is that just our minds playing
No,
a
they are.
trick on
Well,
us?
it might be an adult
It is.
thing. That
I mean,
we
it's like back to
notice, but
school and then Christmas.
Christmas.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like Christmas and Halloween are like mixed in
Yeah.
the stores.
So people can go where to get all that information?
CayugaWineTrail.com//events.
Beautiful.
Something like that.
Or go to Cayuga Lake Wine Trail.com and click on, or CayugaWineTrail.com.
CayugaWineTrail.com and then go to the events. Yep.
Yeah, you do a good job with that. I know people always say
Yep.
you're always right on top of it.
Well, I'm very excited for the fall in the Finger Lakes and to hit some wineries up of the Cayuga Lake Wine Trail and beyond. And it's also just a great time to go for restaurants, and you put on your
shacket.
different clothes. You break out the different attire for the colder weather.
Yeah.
And yeah, at least
Sweatshirt season.
take us right up to the holiday season, and we'll see you next month, Catherine.
Yep.
Yeah, you'll be back, and it'll be a spooktacular
What will
Halloween.
the decor be here this time?
Yeah.
Next
Oh,
time?
maybe I don't know. Maybe we should keep
Are you
it
gonna change
fall,
it up?
but we could make it real spooky for that one too.
Yeah,
We
because
have-
it'll be like right before Halloween.
yeah, it'll be literally right
Yeah.
before Halloween.
Halloween's a
Oh,
Monday,
Should we
so
dress
it's the
up?
Wednesday.
We should dress.
No.
We should. Yes, we should.
I knew Jim was going to love that idea.
He's like, I might be sick that time.
I think we should dress up, but like this
No.
already wraps up our first episode in the new studio.
Yep,
It was
good job.
super exciting, and so of course, thank you for being the guinea pig,
You're welcome.
testing it all out. And thank you, of course, everybody that joined us. If you like the show, you can click like, you can share with your friends, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll be back again next Wednesday, and until then, have a great weekend here in the Finger Lakes. That's that.
Finger Lakes Wine Trail.